15 seconds later it was 1-1. It's just impossible to try and explain what Moreno was doing here, Mike.
It is. I mean, he's a left back. It's a shocking header. You head it high and where you're facing, so it's a bad header to start with. Then he comes flying in when the situation's pretty under control. You can pick holes as well in the central area. We highlighted at the start of the game Gamero and where he scores his goals in that 6-yard box. So you can highlight parts there as well. But it starts with Moreno. The second mistake again is Moreno. And then, well,
it was actually harder to head the ball that way because he's running towards the ball. So you just head it. He's picked out Mariano with the most perfect header, and as I said, the challenge then was atrocious. But we highlighted, as Mo rightly said, Gamero before the game. His movement is brilliant, and there's no shame that he gets tap-ins after tap-ins, and he's got another one.
And the finish here was cracking, but at this point, Liverpool were rocking.
They were. Momentum is a massive word in football, and this is just a sublime goal. You can pick holes in the defence, or try to. Yeah, but sometimes you've got to tip your hat to the attacking team as well. A couple of lovely 1-2s, a little nutmeg, and Koke just hits the ball. He was almost Coutinho-like, right foot. He likes hitting it hard, and with that little bit of bend from outside the box. It was a brilliant finish. It is a great goal. It's hard to say, but it is a great goal.
Cracking finish, there it goes. And Liverpool are now starting to make their way up the steps to collect their losers' medals. A really difficult thing to do, but the key thing for them to remember at this point is that this is the start of a project, and Jurgen Klopp delivered 2 finals in his first season at this club.
Yeah, and listen, we're all disappointed. Everyone's disappointed. The players, the manager will be absolutely gutted at the moment. But when the dust is all settled, Liverpool's last real great season was they were inches away from winning the league, and that season they didn't have European football. So, try to take as many positives as you can in the future. I mean, I know it's hard at the moment, and the faces of the players will prove that, but it's going to be a tough season next season. No European football for this great club. Anfield not having European nights is going to be tough, but they've got to focus all their efforts on the other 3 competitions.
Absolutely. And as Jurgen Klopp goes up and collects the medal that he didn't want, Darren Fletcher. Of course, this is now 5 finals on the spin where he's been defeated, and he will hate that.
Absolutely, Jake. It's a walk that Liverpool didn't want to make tonight, and it's a walk that seemed really unlikely at half-time. Second final of the season where Liverpool have collected losers' medals. It's not a 9th European success for them tonight. They couldn't match those heroics against Manchester United and Borussia Dortmund and Villarreal in the semi-final. It's a slight change of procedure as well tonight. We're so used these days to seeing the trophy presentations being made on the pitch, but they've had to walk up the steps to shake the hands of the dignitaries. But as the boys have been saying, Owen, this is a team that needs to be built and needs to develop, and that's what Jurgen Klopp will try and do over the summer.
I think people need to realise, in the 7 years he was there at Dortmund, it took time to build that project to what it is, and I think given that time he will build something special at Liverpool. But tonight it's Sevilla, they're the champions.
Their celebrations have already started. You've been in a scrum, a huddle like that at the end of a big European final, and what's going through their minds at the moment?
Well, it's one of the most beautiful feelings you'll ever have, to have a long season, to finish winning a European final. It's what you dream of as a young player. Just walk up the steps to collect your medal.
They're off to pick up that trophy, which is the same one that they first had way back in 1972 when the UEFA Cup started. Only 65 centimetres tall, but it means so much to the captain, to the manager, and to the club who collect it. Now they'll get another life-size replica to keep as well. It'll be the 5th one in the Sevilla trophy cabinet. They've just got the Midas touch in this competition, haven't they?
I think their sport director might have the Midas touch as well. He's the architect of this project. One of the best in the business. Put this Sevilla team together.
It's been a disappointing season for them in Spain, but it's been capped off in fine style tonight. Unai Emery, the coach, there he is, joins Giovanni Trapattoni as a coach with 3 wins in the competition. This is a club that's so often in the shadow of Real Madrid and Barcelona, and these days Atletico Madrid as well, but they've made this competition their own. It's another trophy on its way to Spain.
And I think the remarkable thing about that is, as well, losing their best players virtually every summer, finding a way to rebuild. Unai Emery and Ramon Rodriguez, the sport director, they've done an incredible job of building something special here. 23 Europa League titles in a row is astonishing. And a cup final to play for on the weekend.
They managed to emulate what Bayern Munich did in the European Cup in the mid-70s, winning a European trophy 3 successive seasons. That's what it's all been about.
I think as well this game summed it up. Liverpool dominant in the first half. One mistake defensively in the second half and they got punished. It's a game of small margins. Liverpool lost those tonight. Didn't do enough offensively.
Liverpool players have sportingly stayed out there to see Sevilla lift the trophy. There's Kevin Gamero, whose 29th goal of the season made all the difference. 17 seconds into the second half. James Milner, very eloquent and playing a captain's role when he spoke to Des Kelly after the match.
This is what you dream of as a young player, being on this stage, playing in a European final. The thing is, they're getting used to this Sevilla.
As Owen says, they've still got one more piece of silverware to play for this season. They're in the final of the Copa del Rey against Barcelona at the weekend, and then the 2 Super Cup competitions to kick it all off, and of course a place in the group stage of the Champions League as well, which means so much. They say this game was worth around £130 million to the winner. It's a familiar path, this, for Sevilla, a trophy they've owned in the last few seasons. There it is, Sevilla are Europa League winners yet again.
I think the biggest difference for them, their experience in these types of games. Liverpool probably had the better players, the better team. I think the experience of Sevilla just stayed in the game. Didn't get knocked out in the second half. They responded. Their experience, Unai Emery, had an impact.
The ticker tape in the rain in Basel, the smiles on the face of those Sevilla players. Sevilla, Europa League winners, Jake, in 2016.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Yep, it was going to be red and white ticker tape, whoever picked up this trophy this evening. But just put into context, what an achievement this is by Unai Emery, the coach. 3 years, 3 major European trophies, a trophy a year.
I know it's an incredible achievement. As we said, history will show that to win 1 European trophy and go and defend it is nigh and impossible. The fact that they've done it 3 years on the run is it is an incredible feat. It really is, because they're not, with all respect to them, because they've won the trophy, but they're not the strongest team around, are they? So to go, albeit they come out of the Champions League, but to win it again is a wonderful, and to be 1-0 down at half-time and not playing well. Yeah. Whatever he did at half-time, Unai Emery, he certainly earns his money today.
And then the small matter of Arsenal in the Copa del Rey final at the weekend. Could be the double.
It could be. Probably going to be a even sterner test than it was tonight. But they had their backs to the wall, 1-0 down, and Liverpool were dominating, you know, in that first half. But it just all turned, and little details at this level, you know, they cost you. And that couple of mistakes by Moreno, a goal, and then all of a sudden momentum swings, and that was that.
And as we turn around and look out the window, you can actually see just how full it was of Liverpool fans in here, because this stadium is now 80% empty, and those that are left in here in the far corner there are all of the Sevilla fans. They've got their scarves in the air, they're celebrating with the players. This party for them is going to go on long into the night. Huge congratulations to those Sevilla fans that you can see over in the far corner of the stadium there, but real bitter disappointment for Liverpool. Heroics from them this season. They fell at the final hurdle. Sevilla have done a Europa League hat-trick. More reaction still to come after the break as they celebrate their victory. A tough night, though, for Liverpool. See you in a moment.